member, Daniel Zeichner. But that includes, can I say that includes interventions?
Thank you, Mr Crosby. It's a pleasure to serve under your chairmanship, and I congratulate the honourable member for Peterborough for securing this debate. Unusually, we may find ourselves in agreement on one or two issues today. Mr Crosby, from my very first contribution in this House, I've been banging on not about Europe, but about the issues, the very real immediate challenges facing Cambridge on housing and on transport. And in the last year, the problems have only become more acute. Some of the fastest rising house prices in the country, even outstripping London, and too many occasions when the city has been near gridlocked. And the policy response from the government, I'm sorry to say, has been to make the situation worse. The City Council and local housing associations have rightly been horrified by a range of government housing proposals which will dramatically reduce the already limited amount of affordable housing in the city and undermines the only recently agreed long-term business plan underpinning the building of new affordable homes for rent. Moreover, the much-vaunted City Deal plan inherited from the last government has morphed into the mess before us today. Because the devolution deal at the heart of this debate, while much trumpeted by government, is not much welcomed by anyone else. It's a devolution deal for Norfolk and Suffolk, with Cambridgeshire bolted on as a last-minute add-on, and the unwanted elected mayor bolted on top of that. Because let's be clear, Cambridge and the area surrounding need the freedoms to make the investments needed to tackle the housing and transport challenges. And a detailed case has been developed by the local business-led organisation Cambridge Ahead, and I urge the Minister to revisit it. The case for Cambridge enjoyed strong local support across councils, from local MPs, from all sectors of business, from the LEP, from the Chamber of Commerce and from our universities that are a unique asset. But unfortunately, instead of responding to that locally agreed and developed proposal, the very bottom-up proposal the government had sought, instead the government came back late in the day with a completely different solution. They basically said you've got 3 weeks to take it or leave it, and the reaction was quite rightly furious. The LEP rejected it, business leaders rejected it, City Council rejected it, County Council rejected it. Only one district in the area, as so far as I understand, has any real enthusiasm for it. Mr Crosby, I don't have much time, so I'm going to jump straight to my final conclusions, although noting in passing that the National Audit Office highlighted the discrepancy in funding between regions. Why does the West of England get £27 per capita additional investment per head, while in East Anglia we're offered just £13? But as a more hopeful and optimistic final conclusion, can I say we do need to get more flexibility and funding into the region, and my suggestion to the Minister is to look again at the suggestions coming from Cambridgeshire and the very special opportunities that are needed in Cambridge in particular. I just ask you, why cannot those two deals be folded into one? Because I say no one really wants your mayor. We have to have it. I dare say we can safely ignore it. But there is a much bigger prize for Cambridge, because we can be the catalyst for UK prosperity. We're already hugely successful, but that future success is at risk. Of course, there are always risks with major investments. We know that. We've explained how these can be underwritten. Mr Crosby, Cambridge is up to the task, but as it stands, we do not have the powers we need.
Andy Bellingham.